Everyone has the feeling that everything is not going according to plan, not being successful enough to satisfied with the relationship. You don't get what you want. Chronic dissatisfaction can cause you envy others, inner disappointment. Pop culture, advertising and social media make matters worse, reminding you that if you want anything less than your dream job, it's a failure. Life experience should always be impressive, attractive, have many friends and meet the perfect couple, and that other people are lucky to have all these things. And of course there is a huge amount of self-help content out there. And of course, a huge amount of self-help material suggests that we are to blame for not putting enough effort into ourselves. Over the past 20 years, researchers have been studying how to combat these impulses. The field of positive psychology emerged. Cognitive behavioral psychotherapy, on the other hand, studied ways to change negative emotions. Researchers asked why some people are happier and more fulfilled than others. Researchers have begun to wonder why some people are happier and more fulfilled than others, and whether we can apply what they do to ourselves. In this video I want to talk about one of the most powerful predictors of people, how happy people are, how averse they are to making friends, and how difficult it is for them to cope with adversity. So to speak, an antidote to discontent. Gratitude. Gratitude sounds like just another self-help trend preached by people using hashtags. It is based on scientific works and research. I will provide their description in the video. Gratitude can mean very different things to different people in different contexts. It can mean a character trait, an emotion, a virtue, or a behavior. We can be grateful to someone for what they have done for us. We can be grateful for a random event, such as the weather, or nature or fate. Gratitude is woven into our very nature. How gratitude connects us. Gratitude connects us. Perhaps the precursor to gratitude is reciprocity. It seems that it arose as a biological signal, encouraging animals to engage in mutually beneficial exchanges. In the animal kingdom it is found in some species of fish. The animal world includes fish, birds, mammals and especially primates. Your brain understands that someone did you a kind deed. Your brain responds with gratitude, encouraging you to return the favor. This gratitude makes you care about others. They will take care of you. When the human brain learns to recognize emotions, selfish people will be identified and eradicated. Selfish people are identified and eradicated. An evolutionary advantage was the ability to get along with other people, and the ability to build long-term relationships. For example, when you are hungry, someone tells you about a delicious berry. If someone is hungry and tells you about a delicious berry, you thank that person, and in the future you will try to thank him. You want to be sociable. If you thank a person, he will feel grateful to you. This strengthens the connection between your ancestors, and connections and friendships are strengthened. In other words, the earliest forms of gratitude were biological mechanisms. She transformed our behavior into cooperation, and helped humanity conquer the dominion of the world. However, over time, gratitude became more than just an incentive for fair play. It is no longer just an incentive for fair play. Consequences of gratitude. The consequences of gratitude. Scientists have discovered that gratitude stimulates neural circuits in the brain, feelings of reward, formation of social connections, and found that it stimulates also improves the storage and retrieval of positive memories. Besides, gratitude directly counteracts negative thoughts and personality traits. For example, envy, social comparison, narcissism, cynicism, and materialism. As a result, people who feel gratitude in any way are more likely to feel happiness and satisfaction. They often feel happiness and satisfaction. Relationships become stronger. They make friends more often. They are better off and less likely to suffer from depression, addiction and burnout. Coping better with traumatic events. In some ways, gratitude. In a sense, gratitude makes it harder to fall into the psychological traps of modern life. For example, gratitude dramatically reduces the habit of forgetting or downplaying positive events. The habit of forgetting and minimizing positive events is significantly reduced. If you work long and hard at something, the achievement itself may seem stupid and empty. You may feel stupid and empty. You may feel like you're back where you started. trying to achieve the next big goal. Instead of being satisfied with themselves, they seek satisfaction. Or you're lonely and want to make more friends. There may already be people who want to spend time with you, and there may be a lot of them. Now you may feel like it's not enough. You feel like a failure and you feel bad. Therefore, you refuse to communicate and become even more lonely. On the other hand, if you feel grateful for your relationship, they may accept invitations or take initiative. The more you take the risk of opening up to others, the more likely you are to strengthen your relationships. Strengthening relationships to meet new people. Gratitude is constant feedback. Positive emotions lead to more sociable behavior. More positive interactions occur, and even more positive emotions. This is a common experience after difficult trials, for example, chemotherapy. After the crisis is over, life seems wonderful. Little things become a source of endless joy. From banal goodies to sitting in the sun. From banal goodies to sitting in the sun and chatting with friends. Objectively, your life is the same or a little worse than before. Your brain now compares how you feel now to a time when life was bad, and compares it to when life was bad. And you will respond to this with gratitude. In a nutshell, gratitude shifts your focus for good things. As a result, you feel happier and life becomes more enjoyable. Although knowing these things is already a great achievement. Is there a surefire way to increase your gratitude levels? How to make your brain grateful. How to make your brain grateful. To feel or not to feel gratitude. It's different for everyone. You have what is called the trait of gratitude, which determines how much gratitude you feel. It depends on genes, personality and culture. And it also depends on the culture. This discovery has scientists wondering if it is possible to create exercises that will change your gratitude trait. Exercises that will transform your gratitude and lead to greater happiness. Let's start with an important disclaimer. The extent to which we can train gratitude is not yet fully understood. And how long does the effect of training last? There is no magic pill for happiness. Life is a complicated thing. Sometimes it seems that it is in your hands. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. The more you chase happiness, the more unhappy you can become if you put too much pressure on yourself. Don't think that gratitude is a cure for depression. It should also not be considered as a replacement for professional help. Gratitude is just one piece of the puzzle. It is not a solution to the puzzle. The easiest way to practice gratitude is the simplest way to practice gratitude, and the one that has been researched the most, this is gratitude journaling. That is, 1 to 3 times a week. Once to 3 times a week. Write down 5-10 things you are grateful for. This may seem strange at first, so start with something simple. You can be grateful for the little things. For example, the coffee was delicious, or someone was kind to you. You can thank someone for something they did for you. Think about something or someone you would miss if that person was no longer in your life. Thank them for being in your life. Everyone is different, so find something that suits you. That's all you have to do. But it shouldn't be that simple. However, in many studies, participants reported increased feelings of well-being and noted an increase in life satisfaction after several weeks of physical exercise. In addition, changes in brain function were discovered. Gratitude training can be an effective way to reprogram yourself. You can reprogram yourself. These studies show that your emotions are not constant. After all, it's how you perceive the world as a reflection of what you believe. If you take the time to examine your beliefs about yourself and your life, you can change the way you think and live. Change the way you think and feel, then you will automatically change your behavior. Something as simple as self-analysis can fix brain connections. Correcting brain connections can help you overcome dissatisfaction. If this is not a reason for you to be more optimistic, what it is? Being human is difficult, but not that difficult. And if you know where to look, your life is much better than you think. Thank you for watching. Go to my channel for more interesting videos.